In this particular video, I am going to talk about how to manage a API call in Angular in a right way. So this is very important to understand, because if you are calling any API and if you will provide all this, you need to write lots of code to call a API and getting a response. So how you can manage this thing in a proper manner? For example, suppose if you want to modify anything, then you need to modify everywhere whenever we are calling the API. So let's talk about these things. So in the application, you can use this approach. This is the beautiful approach that you can utilize in your application. So let's talk about these things in a detail. So first, just I am closing this and let's go to the code so that you can understand in a better way. So as you know that for calling a API in the Angular, you need to include the HTTP client, and after importing this HTTP client, you need to create an object. So here the private HTTP, we called here the HTTP, you can call anything. So now you got this object, and through this object, if like you know that you are using the classes, so in the classes you need to utilize this keyword. So this dot HTTP, then dot post for the post request, for the put you can write a put request, and for the get you can write a get request, like that. So based on that you can use this HTTP client module, HTTP client library in the Angular. So basically you are passing, you can see here that API means during calling the API you are providing the endpoint, and then you are if it is a, since this is a post request, you need to provide the data. So here, and after that you need to subscribe to get data like a stream. So these things you are doing in your Angular application. So in this particular video I am going to provide you the better approach to doing these things. In the big enterprise level application you have to do this, means in the big project, basically people are following this type of this type of thing, so that in the future if need to modify anything related to API, then they can do here only. So basically we are creating one services, and these services are managing all these things. So suppose if you want to modify anything, and you can do anything, if you want for the every API call, then you can also write something like here. You can see. So definitely you can write here whatever you want to write, definitely no issue on that. You can very easily write here some maybe conditions and anything. So in the future if you want to modify any API call, then you need to modify here only. If you will modify, then everywhere this will be applicable. So very easily you can manage. If you want to do certain thing in a specific API call, then you can do whenever you are utilizing this method through these services. So what we are doing here, that we are creating one service. Through this service we are just calling you can see the method, and you are passing some parameter, maybe endpoint or data. If it is a post request, then of course you need to provide here the endpoint and data. And again for the get request you only need a endpoint. So you will use these services. So after creating these services, you need to use only this method, and you need to pass some parameter. Based on that everything will happen. So this is the very good approach, and I would like to say that you should also, since you are learning, that's why you are watching the video, so you also need to utilize this process in your Angular application. So now you can see how we are consuming this API, means how we are using this particular services. So since we need to this is a services, we need to inject it through the dependency injector. Constructor is a good place to inject anything, because after this uh, if anyone will create object, then at that time constructor, in case of class, constructor will be first method which will be called. So that's why you need to you need to create the object here, you need to inject something. So through the dependency injection, here you can notice that it is generic service is injected. Now using these services, we are just calling the, you can see, put method. You are using the we are calling the method and passing some parameter. So parameter here is the form value and the endpoint. So we are passing, and based on that everything is happening. And after that we are subscribing, so that we can get a data like a stream, and after getting a data as a response, if you will print here the response, if you can give any name, no issue on that. If you will, it is a just arrow method. Okay, so you will get the data. Res means if res have a object, and token, to the token you will get a token, like that you can utilize here. So this will be a very much efficient way of doing to calling a API in the Angular. So I hope you understand about these things, and if you face any problem related to this, if you have any doubt, so you can ask me through the comment, and you can also reach out to us through on WhatsApp, or maybe Telegram, or Facebook, like that. So link you can find from the, if you will go in the YouTube page. So I will talk about the other thing in the next coming video. So thank you for watching.